As the Easter holiday approaches, many people are preparing to take a well-deserved break and unwind. Now, cyber criminals are ramping up the activity. Now, holidays are prime opportunity for online scams, with criminals using fake messages, calls and prize offers to trick people into giving away personal information. Joining us in studio is Tanya Hopker, a cybersecurity awareness specialist at Minor Cybersecurity, to help us understand the latest scam tactics and how to stay away, of course, or rather to stay safe online this Easter. Tanya, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, John. Thanks for having me here.
Absolute pleasure. I was just talking to, of course, the Chief Inspector in studio just a while ago about, some of the cyber crimes that we, of course, are experiencing and how rife they are of late. Talk to us about, why holidays such as Easter, present such a prime opportunity for cyber criminals during this time.
Okay, great. So cyber criminals know that during the holiday season, such as Easter, people tend to be under a lot of pressure. So we're planning travel, we're doing last minute plans, we're wrapping things up at work, and we're going to spend time with family. So we're busy. And this is an opportunity for them to take advantage of us.
That's right.
So this means that often a message will come in the form of a prize, you've won something and you feel very happy, or a warning from the bank that your account is going to be closed or frozen or something. So a sad message that also makes you emotional. And with this emotional time, the scammers put you under pressure and they hope that you don't think and you fall for their scam.
Absolutely. So the most common ones then are the ones of those telling you that you won a prize. Those are calls. What other type of scams can you actually, tell us about that are actually more prevalent in Namibia?
Okay, great. So common types of scams come via WhatsApp, phone call, or SMS. Very often we see the phone calls of someone pretending to be from your bank, which is what we saw again this weekend. Someone impersonating someone from the bank. And again, it was someone who manipulated the victim into providing sensitive data, which the cyber criminal could then use. You
also mentioned then that cyber criminals are becoming more sophisticated. What new tricks or tactics are they using?
So we see the cyber criminals doing a lot more research, especially when we look into the business sector. So the cyber criminals will research who you are, who you work with, what your role is, and then they will target you. So they look at your social media information, they look at information leaked in past hacks, and then they look at other public information and they draw a profile on you, and then they use this to target you and the people close to you. So, for example, one very scary one was a business owner who went abroad for an operation, and the cyber criminal knew this and requested that the person who was responsible for payments sign off a payment and do the payment quickly before the person went, the business owner went in for the operation. So it was very targeted, almost to the hour.
Sure, that's quite scary. Eh? And we also now see that, data, the safety of our data. Talk to us about how safe our data really is, especially, of course, when it relates to scam, to hacks. It's quite unfortunate. But when it comes to, safeguarding our data on platforms such as social media and all other else, how can we really take that step to make sure that our data is safe to not fall short of these scammers?
Okay, sure. So it's very important to make sure that you have a good password, good credentials to log in with, and then also set up two-factor authentication. So don't just have your password when you log in, but make sure that Facebook or Instagram, whatever, also sends you an SMS or a second form of code to authenticate, right? And then be careful with what you share. Don't overshare a lot. Don't tell everyone where you're going for Easter holiday, because they can use this to build a profile on you. And then limit your profile. So don't share your profile, don't make it public, but limit it to your friends, for example. So steps like this, it's about thinking about how you can protect your accounts from being hacked. Many people use basic passwords, which means that if you just make yourself use a good password and use two-factor authentication, you're already a lot more protected than the average person, and so you will be less targeted than the average person.
Very well. Going back to the banking scam, for instance, how can one really tell the difference between a real message from the bank and a scam?
Yeah. So always look at who the sender is, or in this case, the caller.
Yeah.
Aim to verify them. So if it's a message, look back at your old messages.
Yeah.
What email address did your legitimate previous emails from your bank come from?
Yeah.
Is it the same email address? When someone calls you from the bank, listen, and typically what these guys try to do is put you under pressure. They make you emotional again. They make you happy or sad. You want something, or you're going to lose something. And then listen, don't share any information.
Yeah.
Put down the phone, and then go onto your bank website and call the bank using the official bank numbers to verify.
Very well.
Yeah.
What immediate steps should one take apart from calling the bank, also to verify? What other steps can you actually share with us in terms of when someone has now unfortunately accidentally shared their bank card details or clicked on a suspicious link?
Yeah. So when you so in this case, the first thing is to call your bank and get your card blocked.
Yeah.
Call the fraud department, let them guide you through the steps. So if it was your bank card, they will block your bank card. If it was also your online banking account, they would block that.
Yeah.
And then let them guide you through the steps. Call them immediately, because if you act immediately, you can limit the further damage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of Namibians nowadays are using, digital banking, online banking, or mobile banking. How can we use these experiences to actually make them safe? Because it seems like the banks are also somehow struggling as well to, make sure that they actually are safe for us.
So a lot of responsibility is with us and how we use our devices and the information we share.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So as much as you need to learn how to use your phone, you need to learn how to use your phone safely.
Yeah.
And you need to learn how to use the banking app safely.
Yeah.
So this means understanding what sensitive data is and what you should not share. So we're talking about your PIN codes, your one-time PINs, your login details, your bank card, your bank card number, CVV number, and the expiry date. All of these are sensitive information that you should not share with family and friends, right, as well. And this is a basic thing that will go very far to protect you from the scams.
Very well. Now,
Yeah.
the key messages we head into Easter to the public, how can, they when it comes to safety and digital awareness, how can they, make sure they take this very seriously to not, of course, fall victim of these crimes?
Yes, so I would say to the public, first thing is to take the responsibility to learn what you need to do and not do. So learn what sensitive information is, learn that you should not share it. Again, the PIN number, the bank card number, your identity number. This shouldn't be shared to everybody because people can start building a profile on you. So learn what you should do. And then the second thing would be, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So if they said you won a prize and they're asking for your identification details to authenticate your identity, or they're asking for your banking details to pay the prize money into your bank account, it's probably a scam, right? It's probably too good to be true. So don't immediately give that information away, verify it. So verify first, again, means hang up the phone, go to the official channel, the official website, see the official numbers, give them a phone call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, I just wanted to tap your mind as well on of course, what's trending lately. Artificial intelligence also is one of the platforms that are being used by many to, of course, make life easier, as it's suggested. But what do you advise people to do, especially in terms of the safety of artificial intelligence, and also the lead from artificial intelligence to crimes such as this? How can you actually advise people to actually stay away from it, or also just use them perhaps safely to not fall victim of what's false and what's true?
Yes. So this is very scary, I must say. It's very easy now to use AI to impersonate your voice. You can take a minute of someone's voice and then turn it into a 1-minute recording from AI that sounds like the person. And then, of course, we saw the deep fake video of the governor of the Bank of Namibia, right? So these are scary, and these are things that we have to deal with. So again, educate yourself, stay up to date. And then again, look for these common tactics that cyber criminals are using. It's too good to be true. You've won something that's unrealistic, or they're scaring you. We're going to close your bank account. There were 7 fraudulent transactions. Let me help you. They're scaring you again. So we see the same pattern that it's called social engineering, right? So cyber criminals use the social engineering tactic in all of the different formats that they try to trick you in. So whether it's SMS, phone call, video, whatever, they use it again and again. And really be wary of this, and then go and verify the information. Your bank will not put you under pressure, to do something quickly. They will give you time. So if someone on the phone is putting you under pressure to respond immediately, it's probably not your bank. The same goes for AI videos.
Very well. What services does Minet Cybersecurity offer when it comes to such crimes, and how one can actually, approach you for more safety digitally, and then perhaps on the cyberspace?
Thank you. So we specialize in cybersecurity awareness training for the staff members of businesses. And the aim is to protect businesses from cyber attacks. So 95% of attacks actually involve a human interaction, which means that you can install the best IT systems, the best firewalls, etc. But there is still going to be a lot of attacks targeted at the human. And so we teach that human how to recognize attacks, how to prevent attacks, how to respond to attacks, and things like that to protect the business.
Absolutely. Tanya, it's always a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much for your expert knowledge on this topic. We, of course, hope to have you again, hopefully when this becomes much less of an issue to worry about. But thank you so much for being here and, of course, sharing this expert knowledge on this.
Thank you, John.
Absolutely.